Good morning, student. Welcome to e-learning classes. Myself Ashok Kumar, Modern English School, New Area branch. Again, student, lesson 10, quadrilateral. Examples of exercise 10C. This is video part 12. Here, example number 6, student. So that the figure formed by joining the midpoint of a adjacent side. These are the adjacent side, midpoint of the adjacent side of a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. That means P is the midpoint of AB, Q is the midpoint of BC, R is the midpoint of DC, and S is the midpoint of DA. So you have to prove PQRS is the parallelogram. So first of all, student, write down, let ABCD is the quadrilateral in which P, Q, R and S are the midpoint of AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. Okay, student, here in triangle ABC, look at the triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, P and Q, in triangle ABC, P and Q are midpoint. P and Q are midpoint of AB and BC. So, by the midpoint theorem, PQ is parallel to AC, PQ is parallel to AC, and PQ is equal to half AC. Write down here, MPT, midpoint theorem. Again, same thing, student, in triangle ADC, S and R is the midpoint of AD and DC. So again, student, SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to half AC. Again, same logic, midpoint theorem. In this concept, student, look at here, PQ is equal to half AC and SR is equal to half AC. Under these two equations, we can write, suppose this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Here, PQ is parallel to AC and SR is parallel to AC. So, first case, take here, student, first case, PQ is parallel to AC and SR is parallel to AC. So, from equation 1 and 2, PQ is parallel to AC and SR is parallel to AC. That means PQ is parallel to SR. Look at here, student, PQ is parallel to SR, and take the second case, PQ is equal to half AC and SR is equal to half AC. So here PQ is equal to SR. In this equation we have two results, PQ is parallel to SR and PQ is equal to SR. Okay, so this line is parallel to this line and this line is equal to this line. Then similarly, SP is parallel to RQ and SP is equal to RQ. So SP is parallel to RQ and SP is equal to RQ. Then we can say, so PQRS is the parallelogram, because parallelogram means the opposite sides are parallel or equal. The opposite sides are parallel and equal. Here already proved opposite sides are parallel and equal. So this is your proof. Okay student, I hope you will understand question number. Example number 6. The next question is example number 7. Here student, example number 7. E and F are the respectively the midpoint of the non-parallel side. We know that this line is parallel to this line and these two lines are non-parallel side. AD and BC of a trapezium ABCD, in which first one is EF is parallel to AB, that means EF is parallel to AB, and EF is equal to half AB plus CD. Look at here student, how to prove. First one is the given information, a trapezium in which E and F are the midpoint of the side AD and BC respectively. PP, to prove EF is parallel to AB and EF is equal to half AB plus CD. Join DE and produce to meet AP in P. Produce to meet AP, no, AB. Produce to meet AB in P. AB in P. So here student, take two triangles, first one and second one. Okay. So in triangle DFC and triangle PFB. In triangle DFC and in triangle PFB. In triangle DFC and triangle PFB. In these two triangles, CF is equal to FB. CF is equal to FB. F is the midpoint. F is the midpoint of BC. F is the midpoint of BC. Angle CFD is equal to angle CFD is equal to angle PFB VOA, vertically opposite angle, VOA, vertically opposite angle. Okay, and the third thing is angle DCF is equal to angle PBF, alternate interior angles. So this angle is equal to this angle. So here student, triangle DFC is congruent to triangle PFB. Region is angle side angle. By angle side angle property, these two triangles are congruent. By CPCT, DC is equal to BP. DC is equal to BP and DF is equal to FP. DC is equal to BP and DF is equal to FP by CPCT. Okay student, after that in triangle ADP, in triangle ADP, first of all student, you have to make the triangle. In triangle ADP, E and F are midpoint. E and F are midpoint of AD and DP respectively. Here student, DPE in triangle ADP, E is the midpoint of AD and F is the midpoint of DP. Here I have proved DF is equal to FP. DF is equal to FP. That means this side is equal to this side. So this is the F is the midpoint of DP and E is the midpoint of AD. So here exists midpoint theorem. So we can write here EF is parallel to AP. EF is parallel to AP and EF is equal to half AP. Here two different concept, midpoint theorem concept. EF is parallel to AP and EF is equal to half AP. Write down here MPT, midpoint theorem. By MPT, EF is parallel to AP. Here student, EF is parallel to AP. AP is, we can write here, EF is parallel to AP as well as EF is parallel to AB also. EF is parallel to AB also, because B is the any point existing on the AP. B is the any point existing on the AP. So EF is parallel to AB. This is the first proof, student. EF is parallel to AB. First proof. Okay. In second, student, EF is equal to half AP. EF is equal to half AP. So here half AP can be written as AB plus BP. AP can be written as AB plus BP. So half here AB plus BP. BP is equal to DC by CPCT. By CPCT, BP is equal to DC. So we can write here DC. So EF is equal to half AB plus DC. Okay, student, this is the second proof. So, student, I hope you will understand question number 7, how to use midpoint theorem. Let's see some other examples. Student, question number 13, examples of exercise 10C. In the adjoining figure, AD is the median. AD is the median, that means median divides the side in two equal parts. So here we can say D is the midpoint of BC. D is the midpoint of BC of a triangle ABC, and E is the midpoint of AD. E is the midpoint of AD. That means this is already given here, and you have to consider D is the midpoint of BC because AD is the median. Also BE produce mid at AC. Also BE produce mid at F. Prove that AF is equal to 1 by 3 AC. Prove that AF is equal to 1 by 3 AC. Draw DP is parallel to EF. Here, student, DP is parallel to EF. This line is parallel to this line. Okay. We can write here. First, consider the triangle. In triangle BFC. Look at the triangle, student. BFC. In triangle BFC, D is the midpoint of BC. In triangle BFC, D is the midpoint of BC. D is the midpoint of BC, and DP is parallel to BE. DP is parallel to BE. Here, student, DP is parallel to EF. DP is parallel to EF. So we can say here DP is parallel to BE. Why? If suppose, student, this line is parallel to this line. If you draw here, so this line is also parallel to this line. Okay. If suppose draw here, and this line is also parallel to this line. So if two lines are parallel, then the respective points are also parallel to each other. Okay, student, according to this concept, DP is parallel to BF. DP is parallel to BF. Then P is the midpoint. P is the midpoint of FC. P is the midpoint of FC. Here write down converse of MPT. Converse of MPT, P is the midpoint of FC. Already discussed in the theorem, previous class, student. You take the triangle and D is the one thing is given and another is parallel, and P is also the midpoint of FC. So FP is equal to PC. FP is equal to PC. This is equation first. Okay, student. Then take another triangle. In triangle ADC. This is the use of converse of midpoint theorem. In triangle ADC, E is the midpoint. E is the midpoint of AD. This information is given. E is the midpoint of AD. Look at here, student. E is the midpoint of AD. E is the midpoint of AD, and EF is parallel to DP. EF is parallel to DP. Draw EF is parallel to DP. EF is parallel to DP. So we can write here F is the midpoint of AP. F is the midpoint of AP. ADC. Not student ADC. We have to take ADP. In triangle ADP. In triangle ADP, E is the midpoint of AD. This line is parallel to this line. Then F is the midpoint of AP. F is the midpoint of AP. Then we can write here AF is equal to FP. AF is equal to FP. This is equation second. AF is equal to FP. This is equation second. So student, from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, FP is equal to PC. FP is equal to PC and AF is equal to FP. So we can write here AF is equal to FP is equal to PC. All threes are equal. This side is equal to this side is equal to this side. So FP is equal to AF is equal to FP is equal to FC. This is your relation. Then after AC is equal to AF plus FP plus PC. AC is equal to means whole length is equal to this plus this plus this. So AC is equal to AF plus FP is equal to AF plus PC is also equal to AF. So AC is equal to 3 times of AF. AC is equal to 3 times of AF. So here student, AF is equal to 1 by 3 AC. So student, AF is equal to 1 by 3 AC. This is your proof. Look at the proof here student. AF is equal to 1 by 3 AC. So this is question is completed. Question number 13 is completed. So student, your homework is complete, not complete, make examples of exercise 10C. Make examples of exercise 10C, question number 6 to 16. Make examples of exercise 10C. Make examples of exercise 10C, question number 6 to 16. If you have any problem, if you have any query, ask the question. Thank you.